You stand up for 2 minutes, just long enough to get a glass of water, and when you come back, your cat is sitting in your spot, staring at you, completely unbothered. Most people laugh it off. Some people post it to Instagram. But here's what almost nobody tells you: that moment isn't random, and it isn't just about the warm seat. Your cat is communicating something specific, and by the end of this video, you'll know exactly what it means and what it says about how your cat actually feels about you. Cats are studied constantly. Their behavior has been analyzed by animal behaviorists, ethologists, and veterinary researchers for decades. And yet, one of the most common things cat owners experience coming back to find their cat in their chair is also one of the most misunderstood. Most people assume it's either laziness or stubbornness. Some people joke that their cat is trying to be the boss, but the science tells a completely different story. We're going to walk through 7 reasons your cat steals your seat, and they escalate. The first few are reassuring, almost sweet. But as we go further, you'll start to see something bigger, a window into how your cat experiences you, your home, and their own sense of safety. Let's start with the one reason almost everyone gets right, but not for the reason they think. Your cat isn't just sitting in your chair, they're sitting in your heat. Cats run warmer than humans. Their normal body temperature sits between 100 and 102.5 degrees Fahrenheit. They're also instinctive heat seekers. They conserve body energy by gravitating toward warm surfaces at every opportunity. When you get up, your seat retains your body heat for several minutes, sometimes as long as 15 to 20 minutes, depending on the fabric. To a cat, that warm cushion is like a sun patch that smells like home. It's one of the more harmless things your cat does for pure comfort. They're not plotting, they're not scheming, they just found the warmest spot in the room, and it happens to be yours. But warmth is only the beginning, because there's a second thing happening at the same time, and it's a lot more personal. Your scent is one of the most calming things your cat knows. Cats have roughly 200 million scent receptors in their nasal cavity, compared to about 5 million in humans. They process the world primarily through smell, and they assign emotional meaning to scents the way we assign emotional meaning to voices. Your scent embedded in your clothes, your pillow, your chair, is one of the most familiar and reassuring signals in their entire environment. Studies on shelter cats have shown that familiar human scent can reduce cortisol levels and lower signs of stress almost as effectively as physical contact. When your cat sits in your seat and needs the cushion, they're literally wrapping themselves in your scent. That's not indifference, that's attachment. Now, here's where it starts to get a little more complicated. Because your cat isn't just absorbing your scent, they're also leaving theirs behind. When your cat sits in your spot, they're doing something you can't see. They're marking it. Cats have scent glands in their paw pads, their cheeks, and along their chin. When they need a surface, they deposit pheromones, chemical signals that say, in effect, this space is known to me. It's the same mechanism behind face rubbing on furniture or the slow, deliberate rub along your legs. Ethologists call this a comfort marking behavior, not aggression, not territorial warfare. Maintenance. The act of weaving familiar smells into a shared space. Here's the nuance. Your cat marking your chair doesn't mean they're trying to claim it away from you. It means they're trying to fold you into their safe zone. Your scent and their scent, layered together, that combination is comfort. And this next one, most cat owners get it completely wrong. There's a popular idea that when your cat takes your seat, they're asserting dominance, that they're trying to be boss of the house. This idea comes from outdated wolfpack research from the 1970s, research that's been largely debunked even for dogs, let alone cats. Cats are not pack animals. They don't operate through linear dominance hierarchies. They don't need to win your seat to feel powerful. Veterinary behaviorists now agree that almost all seat stealing in cats is comfort driven, not status driven. The cat is not trying to outrank you. They're seeking what they already associate with safety, your spot. So if someone has ever told you to stop letting your cat take your chair because it teaches them bad habits, you can safely ignore that advice. There's no hierarchy at stake. There's just a cat who wants to be close to where you were. If you're the kind of person who actually wants to understand what your cat is trying to tell you, and clearly you are, or you wouldn't still be watching, it would mean a lot if you hit subscribe. We put out videos like this every week. Real science, explained in a way that actually makes sense for the cat you already love. Here's where it gets more serious. Because for some cats, stealing your seat isn't just about comfort, it's about coping. Researchers studying feline attachment have identified a subset of cats with what's called hyperattachment, a form of separation anxiety that mirrors what's seen in dogs. These cats follow their owners from room to room, vocalize when left alone, and gravitate intensely to the owner's belongings when that owner is gone. A 2019 study published in Current Biology found that cats form secure and insecure attachment styles to their primary caregivers, similar to what's observed in dogs and even human infants. Cats with anxious attachment styles showed significantly more distress behaviors when owners departed and significantly more proximity seeking behaviors in shared spaces. If your cat doesn't just sit in your chair occasionally, if they make a beeline for it the moment you get up and stay there the entire time you're gone, that's a signal worth paying attention to. Not because something is wrong, but because your cat may need more than warmth, they may need reassurance. Here's something that surprised me the first time I came across this research. For your cat, you are not just a person, you are a location. The concept of a secure base comes from attachment theory originally developed to describe the bond between infants and their caregivers. Researchers found that young animals don't just want proximity to their caregiver, they use the caregiver as a home base from which to explore the world. When they feel threatened, they return to the base. When they feel safe, they venture out. That same structure has now been documented in cats. Your presence, your smell, your warmth, your particular corner of the house functions as their secure base. Your cat doesn't always need you to be there, they just need evidence that you were. When your cat climbs into your chair, they're not being dismissive of you. They are, in a very literal sense, staying close to home. Which brings us to the last thing, and honestly, the most important. Your cat taking your seat is one of the clearest behavioral signals that they trust you. Cats do not seek comfort in spaces that carry negative associations. They don't settle into spots that feel uncertain or unsafe. The fact that your cat chooses your chair, your smell, your warmth, the place where you spend your time over every other surface in the house is behavioral evidence of something that can be hard to see otherwise. Your cat feels genuinely safe with you. Animal behaviorists call this positive place association, the idea that over time, the spaces linked to a trusted person become emotionally charged. Your chair carries your emotional signature. Every time your cat steals your seat, they're answering a question you probably never had to ask out loud. Do they feel at home with you? Yes, they do. They're sitting in the proof. So the next time you come back from the kitchen to find your cat sitting exactly where you were, tail curled, completely unbothered, you'll know what's actually happening. It's not laziness, it's not dominance, it's not your cat being difficult. It's warmth and scent and comfort and trust layered on top of each other in a spot that carries the smell and feel of the person they're most attached to in the world. Your cat can't tell you they feel safe with you, they can't say it in words, but they can curl up in your seat and mean every bit of it. If you want to understand more about how your cat shows love in the ways that are easy to miss, I put together a video on the silent signals cats use to say they trust you. It's right here when you're ready.